holy name tend to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
हरे कृष्ण वर्धना माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीति दासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna Preeti Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा ब्यूटीफुल बैकग्राउंड माता जी हरे
Okay.
कृष्ण
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Guru Maharaj. This is Arvind Dasda from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Arvind Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago, Illinois.
Hare Krishna Yashamati Priya Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam. Accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada and the assembly devotees and Guru Bharanga. This is Anjali from California. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining so early from California. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Vardhana Mataji, all glories to Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vardhana Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shamaguri Devi Dasi from Charlie.
Hare Krishna Shama Gauri Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vardhana Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. All glories to our symbol devotees. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. And very beautiful background, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Oh,
Please go ahead, Mataji.
oh, Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. This is my humble obeisances. So glories to Guranga, Gosta Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundari Rani from Colorado.
Hare Krishna Sundarani Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, that was
Hare Krishna
Sundari Rani.
Mataji. Sukakar Krishnadas from Chennai.
Hare Krishna Shakar Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Vinta Ganvaka Mataji.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was new Mataji.
New
Joined.
Mataji. Yeah, we have now Sundarangi Radha Mataji and Sundari Radha Sundari
Oh,
Rani
Sundari
Mataji.
Rani. Sundari Rani.
Sundari Rani,
Sundari
yeah,
Rani
Sundari.
Mataji, Philip, please forgive Mataji. Hare Krishna. Please welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
And Hare Krishna Sundarangi Mataji Dandvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, is anybody else would like to introduce themselves?
I'll start the recording.
Welcoming to the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Ajit Garg Prabhu. Prabhuji is going to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, chapter 9, verse from 13 to 15. Before diving to the call, I'll hand out the call to Suresh or Shyam Prabhu to give brief introduction of Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Dhanavad
Krishna.
Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Here is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Born and brought up in Prayagraj, now in Faridabad. Prabhuji had inclination towards spirituality from childhood and family culture. Professionally, electronics and telecommunications engineer graduate and MBA in operations. Currently working as global head of telecom network in a multinational company. I worked in 28 different countries in telecommunication sector. Spiritually, I got associated with ISKCON in Faridabad in 2012, aspiring from His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. I have done Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav Module 1 and pursuing Bhakti Vaibhav Module 2. Have deep interest in reading and hearing scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Engaged in various devotional services, book distribution, transcripting lectures, managing BBT store in ISKCON Faridabad, arranging Vraj Yatras, different temple management activities, leading Namahatta, taking seminars, etc. Associated with various ISKCON centers and performing various services in India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Qatar, Myanmar, Netherlands, etc. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Back to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I think Prabhuji is not joined yet. We'll continue after.
Mataji, he's there on the call.
Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining our call and giving us your valuable association to us this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please take over the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. It's a great pleasure to be here with all of you. I really thank His Grace Shukar Krish Prabhu, because of whom I am today doing this service. I'm not worthy of speaking in front of you, all of you senior devotees, but as a part of service for my purification, for pleasure of lordships, and the pleasure of all the devotees, I'll try my best. Please wish me, please bless me so that I can perform my duties, my service properly, and can speak out whatever I have heard, whatever I have studied for the pleasures of each and every one of you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu is a wonderful speaker. I'm just telling you, Prabhu is a speaker. He's a Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, but he's very humble, and he's
Prabhuji,
still not
please.
waiting for the initiation from Radhanath Maharaj, such a humble devotee for last 15 years. So I really am very happy that Prabhu has joined Bhakti Sangha. Thanks for Chavaguri Maharaj. Give a chant.
Thanks a lot, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Please carry on.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki Mukam Karoti Pachalam Pangum Langate Girim Yat Kripatamam Vande Shri Gurun Deen Taranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chachurnamiltamena Tashmai Shri Gurve Namaha. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांशं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Mataji, can you give me the rights to share so that I can share the Bhagavatam?
Yes, Prabhuji, I already gave you.
Okay, thank you. Mhm. Mm. Are you all able to see my screen and hear me properly?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 9th chapter. The Lord incarnates as Mohini Murti. Shloka number 13, 14 and 15. So how do you proceed, Mataji? Will you follow after me? How is that?
We'll all be on mute, Prabhuji. We'll be doing after you on mute, but
Okay.
you're only on unmuted. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. इति अभिव्याहर्तं तस्य आकर्ण्यसुरा पुङ्गवः अप्रमाणविदस्तस्य तथेति अन्वमं सत इति अभिव्याहर्तं तस्य आकर्ण्य आसुर पुङ्गवः अप्रमाणविदस्तस्यास्तत् तथेत्य अन्वमं सत इति अभिव्याहातं तस्य अकर्ण्यासुर पुनगवः अप्रमाणविदस्तस्य तथेति अन्वामं सत. Synonyms and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms. Iti, thus. Abhivyarhartam, the words that were spoken. Tasya, her. Akarnya, after hearing. Asura Pungavaha, the chiefs of the demons. Apramana vidaha, because they were all foolish. Tasya, of her. Tat, those words. Tatha, let it be so. Iti, thus. Anvamamsata, agreed to accept. Translation. The chiefs of the demons were not very expert in deciding things. Upon hearing the sweet words of Mohini Murti, they immediately assented. Yes, they answered. What you have said is all right. Thus the demons agreed to accept her decision. Shloka 14 and 15. Athoposya kritsnana utva cha havishanalam dvattva go viprabhutebhya कृत्स्वस्तस्यया यना तुझे यतोपजोषं वासांसि परिधाय हतानि ते कुशेषु प्राविशन् सर्वे प्राग अग्रेष्व अभिभूषितः. I'll directly go to the translation and purport. The demigods and demons then observed a fast. After bathing, they offered clarified butter and oblations into the fire and gave charity to the cows and to the brahmanas and members of the other orders of the society, namely the Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and the Sudras, who were all rewarded as they deserved. Thereafter, the demigods and demons performed ritualistic ceremonies under the directions of the Brahmanas. They dressed themselves with new garments according to their own choice, decorated their bodies with ornaments, and sat facing east on seats made of kusha grass. Purport. The Vedas enjoin that for every ritualistic ceremony, one must first become clean by bathing, either in the water of the Ganges or Yamuna or in the sea. Then one may perform the ritualistic ceremony and offer clarified butter into the fire. In this verse, the words paridhaya, ahatani are especially significant. A sannyasi or a person about to perform a ritualistic ceremony should not dress himself in the clothing sewn with a needle. Hare Krishna. So we all know that this is a very interesting pastime of Mohini Murti going on. So we'll take a small recap and then we'll move to the shloka which we have to take today. So demigods and demons have churned the ocean to get the nectar. And unfortunately enough, as soon as the partial incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Dhanvantari appears with a jug of the nectar, the demons snatched the jug and ran away. And then they started fighting among themselves to get the nectar. Right. And in the last chapter, there's a shloka in which it says about the status of the demigods. Visanna manasa deva harim saranam ayahu. So demons were morose. Demigods were morose. They were feeling sad and they were unhappy with what has happened because they were thinking that because Lord is in their side, so they will get the nectar. But unfortunately, the nectar has gone to demons, and they were not having the hope that they will get it back. So ultimately, what they did, Harim Sharanam Ayahu, they took the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Lord, being compassionate towards their devotees, Bhagavan Bhritya Kama Krita, Iti tad dainyam alokya Bhagavan Bhritya Kama Krit, Ma Khidyanta Mithovathe Va Sadhi Yabbe Swamaya. Lord always fulfills the desire of his devotees, of his servants. So Lord decided to appear as Mohini Murti. Why Lord decided to appear as Mohini Murti? Because he knew that is the best way by which any living being gets captivated. All the demons, all the demigods, even demigods were surprised to see the beauty of Mohini Murti. All the demons become captivated by the beauty of Mohini Murti. They got bewildered. And as we saw in yesterday's shloka 12, Mohini Murti asked them to agree to a condition before taking the responsibility of distributing the nectar. Yadyabhyapetam kvacha sadva asadva. Sadva asad. Whether it is honest or dishonest. Whatever I will do, you will have to agree to it. And as soon as they heard Mohini Murti saying this, what were demons wanting? Were they interested in nectar at that time? Certainly not. They were willing to establish a relationship. They wanted to talk to Mohini Murti because they were captivated. They were captivated by the beauty of the Mohini Murti, and that's how whatever they were listening, whatever they were hearing, they got a chance to talk to Mohini Murti. They were just thinking that, okay, let them get friendly. Then let them get any relationship established with this beautiful lady. So without thinking anything, they immediately got onto the condition and they agreed to it. As soon as they heard that, who were hearing? In Shloka 13, it is said, Asura Pungvaha. The chiefs of the demons, all the demons were there, but the chiefs of the demons were there who were too keen of interesting what Mohini Murti is going to say or what she is going to do. They agreed to accept. The chiefs of the demon were not very expert in deciding things. There's a word comes which is called apramana vidaha. The meaning is they were all foolish. Acharyas say there's another meaning of apramana vidaha. Apraman is who doesn't accept praman. Praman means the truth, the fact, who doesn't believe in the form of the Lord. Apramana vidaha. They were foolish because they didn't accepted this pramana. They didn't believe in the form of the Lord. And what they did, they agreed to the condition of Mohini Murti. They said, yes, what you have said is all right, and we agree to your condition. Once they agree, they performed some ritualistic activities. And this activity was performed by both demons and demigods. Because right now demons were following what demigods were doing. They wanted to establish themselves as the sons of Kashyapa Muni. They wanted to show that they are very religious, they are very pious, and they wanted to impress Mohini Murti. So they did 8 things, which is expressed in next sloka 14 and 15. Says Athoposhya. They observed a fast. Krit Snanaha. They bathed. Prabhupada writes here that they took a bath, and in his purport, Prabhupada is mentioning that one should take bath in either Ganges or Yamuna or sea. So that's how, before performing any ritualistic activities, one should take bath. Another thing, what they did is Hutvacha Havishanalam. They offered clarified butter and oblations into fire. Dattva go viprabhutebhyah. They gave charity to the cows and to the brahmanas. And not only that, they gave charities to all the members of the society, whether it is Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, or Sudras. Fifth thing, what they did, Krit Swasthayana. They performed ritualistic ceremonies, not by their own will, whatever was instructed by the Brahmanas. So under the instruction of the Brahmanas, they performed ritualistic ceremonies. The sixth thing, what they did is, Yathopajosam Vasamsi. They dressed themselves with new garments. About the garment, Prabhupada Prabhupada writes that before any ritualistic activities, how should a sannyasi or a person who is performing this rite should wear what type of garment? It should not be stitched, right? That's how the scripture says. So they dress themselves with new garments according to their own choice. Abhibhushitaha, properly decorated themselves with ornaments. And the last thing, what they did is they sat on seats made of kusha grass facing east direction. So this is all auspiciousness which they are showing. You know, they wanted to impress Mohini Murti form, Mohini Murti, Lord's Mohini Murti form, and wanted to get her favor in order to get the nectar from her. And we know that Lord appears in the form of Mohini Murti for one particular reason. And what was that? To bewilder these demons and give the nectar to the demigods. So that's how Mohini Murti did her activities. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains about Srimad Bhagavatam, and there he gives 5 analogies while defining the qualities of Srimad Bhagavatam. And surprisingly enough, one of them he talks about is that Srimad Bhagavatam attains the quality of Mohini Murti. So what were the 5 things which Vishwanath Chakravarti talks about? Sur taru fal deep ahaskar. Sur taru fal deep ahaskar. Brahma dharman yaditam adita. Shastram nati chitram tad etad. Haricharit sudhanam payanaye prapede. Sad asitad tam yah monitvam tumat stada. He writes this slok in his explanation while explaining about the importance of Srimad Bhagavatam and the qualities attained by Srimad Bhagavatam. So the first quality is what? Sur Taru. Sur is what? Devatas, right? Taru is tree. The tree which is like a Devata or a god. That is called Kalpa Vraksha. So Srimad Bhagavatam is like Kalpa Vraksha because it fulfills the desires of everyone. It fulfills the desire of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. And not only that, it also fulfills the desire of the 5th limb, which is bhakti. So Srimad Bhagavatam attained the quality of Kalpa Vraksha by fulfilling the desire. So it has the quality of fulfilling the desire of anybody, whether it is a materialistic person or whether it is a spiritual person, whether it is a karmi, whether it is a jnani, whether it is a bhakta. So Srimad Bhagavatam has attained the quality of Tura Taru. It fulfills the desire of everyone who approaches it with faith. Whether one seeks knowledge, material comforts, liberation, this scripture grants those wishes. So that's the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam attains the quality of first, which is Kalpa Vraksha. Next comes sun. Sun. Srimad Bhagavatam attains the quality of the sun also. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there comes a shloka in 1st canto, 3rd chapter, 43rd shloka. Krishne swadhamopagate dharma jnanadibhi sah kalau nashta drisham esha purarko adhunotitah. Krishna swe dhamopagate. After departure of Lord Krishna to his abode. Dharma jnana adibhi sah. What all went along with Krishna? Dharma, jnana, everything was accompanied with Lord Krishna. What happened? Kalau nashta drisham esha. in this age of Kali, lost the vision due to darkness of ignorance. But then what happened? Puranarko adunoditaha. Bhagavad Puran appeared. It appeared as brilliant as sun to enlighten everybody. So Srimad Bhagavatam appeared as sun. Whatever the quality of sun. When sun rises, what happened? It eliminates, it enlightens, it brings clarity, it brings life back. So similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam enlightens, gives knowledge, removes darkness. So that's the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. The third quality which Srimad Bhagavatam has attained is this quality of a fruit. The important part of any tree is not its stem, not its leaves, but its fruit. For example, if we take an example of any fruit like mango, right? So there are stems which are used, there are leaves which are used in different things. But what is the most important part of mango tree? It's a mango fruit. The ripened mango fruit is the most important. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam is also what? The ripened fruit of all the Vedas. In the very first canto, first chapter, third shloka calls Nigam kalpa taror galitam phalam sukmukad amrit dravya sanyutam pibat bhagavatam rasmalayam muraho rasika vibhavuka. It becomes more tasteful. Why? Because it is emanating from the lips of Sri Sukadev Goswami. It is nectarian juice which is already relishable, but it becomes more tasteful. And when it becomes more tasteful, what does that mean? So there is nothing which is tyajyam, which should be left in Srimad Bhagavatam. If we have to eat a mango fruit, right? So what happens? We take the pulp of it, right? We take the pulp, and when we eat the entire pulpy part or the juicy part of the mango, there's a seed left inside it, and we have to throw that seed. It's a ripened mango. It's a juicy mango. We get the flavor of mango. We relish that fruit, but still there is something inside it which we have to throw. But Bhagavatam is such a ripened fruit that every single bit of it is relishable. Nothing is to be left out. And the beauty doesn't end here. Talks about ras malayam. Alayam. What is alayam? It's a fruit which can be relished in this material world, and not only in this material world, it is relished in the spiritual world as well. A person relishes this Bhagavatam even after liberating from this material body. Srimad Bhagavatam is sadhya and sadhana both. It is a means to attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How realizable it is that even one attains this love of God, the pure love of God, when one becomes a pure devotee, when one is completely filled with the Krishna Prem, he will still continues relishing Srimad Bhagavatam more and more. Not 1 day, 2 day, 5 day, 10 day, 1 year, 5 year, eternally. So that's how this Srimad Bhagavatam is. The fruit of Srimad Bhagavatam is. It is relishable eternally. So this is the third comparison which Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur talks about. And the fourth thing which he talks about is that Srimad Bhagavatam has attained the quality of a lamp. Sutta Goswami glorifies Sukadeva Goswami and he says that Yaswanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam Adhyatma Deepam Atiti Satam Tamo Andham. Adhyatma Deepam Atitir Satam Tamo Andham. What is that? It is like a Adhyatma Deepam, transcendental torchlight. What it does? Atitirishtatam. It overcomes tamaha andham, deeply dark material existence. So one who follows this Srimad Bhagavatam can easily cross this material world, ocean of nescience, ocean of darkness. So that is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. But having said these four things, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur stops and takes a seat back and says, what so? What so even if Srimad Bhagavatam has attained these four qualities? Nati chitram tad etad sur taru fal deep ahaskar brahma dharman yaditam adita sastram nati chitram tad etad. Even after attaining these qualities, so what? There is nothing surprising in it because this is such a scripture. But what is more surprising is Haricharit Sudhanam Payanaye Prapede. Haricharit Sudhanam Payanaye Prapede Tadisattam ya Mohinitvam Tumastat. More surprising is that this Srimad Bhagavatam attains the quality of Mohini Murti. So what is the quality of Mohini Murti? Anybody? What is the quality of Mohini Murti? What does Mohini Murti does? What he is doing here in this pastime? Bewilders. Very good. Thank you. So now this is the most surprising factor which Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is talking about Srimad Bhagavatam. That Srimad Bhagavatam is bewildering. It's cheating. And when one, is it so? Do we think so? Does Srimad Bhagavatam does that? Does it bewilders? Does it cheat us? Yes or no? Can Srimad Bhagavatam cheat? But then why does Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Srimad Bhagavatam is cheating or bewildering? Anything which you can talk about. Can you give any example where you feel that Srimad Bhagavatam is cheating or it is bewildering us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, it is in
Hare Krishna,
positive
Mataji.
sense, no? Like it is attracting, bewildering us towards Krishna.
It is bewildering towards Krishna. Very good, Mataji. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains about this, that why he thought so, and he, in his Tika, writes that this knowledge, what we are getting in Srimad Bhagavatam, is a very confidential knowledge. When Bhagavad Gita, Lord talks about that whatever knowledge he is giving is very, very confidential. Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmayam Susukam Kartum Abhyam. What type of knowledge is this? Bhakti Yoga is most confidential. And this Srimad Bhagavatam, in the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, we see that it is talking about Bhakti Yoga. And then, after explaining at many, many places that how Srimad Bhagavatam explains about the importance of Bhakti Yoga. We see in the second canto, it talks about Akama Sarvakamo va Moksha Kamudaradi Tivrain Bhakti Yogain Yajit Purusham Param. Let's talk about whether you have a material desire or you desire liberation. By all means, worship the Supreme Whole. Talking about Bhakti Yoga again. Naishkarmayamapi achyuta bhava varjitam na sobhate jnanamala niranjanam. Kutah punah saswad abhadram ishware na charpitam karma yadapya karanam. It talks about fruitive activities. It talks about jnana, and says, what is the use of fruitive activities which are naturally painful from the very beginning and transient by nature, if they are not utilized for the devotional service of the Lord? This is all what is Sukadeva Goswami telling in the entire Bhagavatam. But one thing which bewilders Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is that at the end of Bhagavatam, in Canto 12, Chapter 5, Sukadeva Goswami teaches something very, very unusual to Parikshit Maharaj. And there, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that why Sukadeva Goswami does that. So first of all, I will talk about what Sukadeva Goswami talks about, and then what Vishwanath Chakravarti tells about it, right? So it is said that Sukadeva Goswami started talking to, at the very last stage, it is just before in the 12th canto of chapter 5th, which is just the ending chapter, after which Takshak serpent comes and stings Parikshit Maharaj and he dies, right? So just before that, what is actually Sukadeva Goswami saying? Is in entire this chapter is having, I think, 13 shlokas, and in 13 shlokas, whatever he's talking about is very, very bewildering. One of the shloka I will take here, which he talks about, and this is shloka number 11. He said, "Aham Brahma Param Dham Brahmaham Paramam Padam Evam Samyeksha Chatmanam Atmanyadhaya Nishkale." What he is asking Parikshit Maharaj, he is asking Parikshit Maharaj to think that you think that you are the absolute truth. Aham Brahma Param. I am the Supreme Personality. I am the absolute truth. Aham Brahma Param. Dham Brahmaham Param Padam. And I am situated where? I am situated in the abode of the absolute truth. Is it not bewildering? But how can Sukadeva Goswami tell Parikshit Maharaj that you think that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead and you are situated over there? And when you will think like that, and when Takshak will come and bite you, you will not feel that pain. Is this something which is possible? Is it not bewildering? So here, Sukadeva Goswami is giving this knowledge. Why? Rather, what he is doing is finally hiding the confidentiality of Srimad Bhagavatam from the non-intelligent persons. He's telling this to cheat the people who don't have faith in Srimad Bhagavatam, who don't have faith in Bhakti Yoga, who don't have faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this entire chapter, if you read, there are different shlokas which talk about the Jnana Yoga sort of thing. But Acharyas explain the actual meaning of it. The original confidential meaning of these shlokas is only understood by one who is intelligent enough, who has understood Srimad Bhagavatam as it is, who has understood it from a parampara. So the actual meaning of this shloka is Aham Brahma Para. I am the Aham Brahma Para. I am the worshipper of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dham Brahmaham. Dham, there is another meaning of Dham, which is the effulgence, the light. The effulgence of Supreme Lord is such that it keeps the ignorance away. Paramam Padam. What I have to do? I have to take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Atmanam Nishkale. Nishkale. Nishkale is explained as a locket, you can say, of golden locket, which is which Anybody when wears a golden necklace, it comes in the front of the chest. So Lord is wearing that, right? The golden necklace, the costume money is there, and the necklace is shining. So where I have to concentrate? Concentrate on the chest of the Supreme wearing that golden necklace. So this is the actual interpretation, but it has been confidentially hidden here. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that understanding the essence of the knowledge and what Lord has said in Bhagavad Gita or even in Srimad Bhagavatam about the confidentiality of this knowledge, in order to hide that thing from people who are non-devotees, not intelligent, who are karmis, who are jnanis, at the end of the Srimad, very end of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami is bringing these clauses. But he is confident and he knows that Parikshit Maharaj understands the essence of bhakti and he understands the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam, the meaning of Bhagavatam which he has heard from him. Even Jiva Goswami explains the exalted position of Parikshit Maharaj by bringing out various shlokas in which Parikshit Maharaj has exhibited his intelligence, and he says that Parikshit Maharaj was fully determined and he fixed his mind upon Lord Krishna and has a firm decision that he is going to go back to Godhead home, go back home, get back to Godhead. So that's how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that the way the Lord as Mohini Murti bewilders these demons, similarly, Sukadeva Goswami also narrated Srimad Bhagavatam, and thus Srimad Bhagavatam has attained the quality of Mohini Murti, which is the most surprising aspect out of the all five. And here, Srimad Bhagavatam, that he establishes that has attained the quality of Srimad Bhagavatam, of Mohini Murti. So that is the beauty of this pastime or this narration of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur even narrates further about Mohini Murti, a place where Mohini Murti stays. Does anybody know where Mohini Murti resides? Can anybody tell? You know, Lord Krishna resides in Goloka Vrindavan. But where does Mohini Murti resides? Any idea?
It's just a form made for the pastime, right, Prabhuji?
No, Mataji. So there is a place where Mohini Murti resides in its original Mohini Murti form. And that is explained in Brihad Bhagavatam. So Sanatana Goswami explains, will not go in detail of Brihad Bhagavatam, but I'll narrate how Gop Kumar starts his journey from this material world and meets Lord Krishna in Golaka Vrindavan, where you'll find that where Mohini Murti resides. So when Gopakumar, we all know Gopakumar is a cowherd boy who is in Mathura, and he's lost and he wants to go back to his friend Krishna, right? But he doesn't know how it is possible. So Gopkumar is serving one of the sages called Jayant. So Jayant is a very exalted sage, a very exalted sadhu, and he was served so nicely by Gopkumar that he became happy and he was a compassionate soul. So he gives him a 10-word Gopal mantra, right? Like we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it's a 16 syllable Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So similarly, Gopal mantra is a 10 syllable mantra. And unfortunately, Jayan Sadhu leaves his body before he could even tell Gopakumar the meaning of this mantra or the way to perform this mantra or to chant this mantra. What is the process which he should follow? What should we do? What he should not do? He was not able to narrate anything. But he gave that mantra to Gopakumar. Gopakumar, because of his trust in Jayant and in mantra, he started chanting that mantra. And by this chanting, what happens? That Gopakumar moves from this material world, from this, Bhuloka, from Mathura, he moves to Swargaloka. When he reaches Swarga, because he has chanted this mantra, so obviously he is going to an above heavenly planet and higher heavenly planet from where he was. But when he goes there, he sees the opulences of Swarga. He sees what Indra does, but then he observes that what is Indra doing there? So Indra was worshipping Lord Upendra. When he sees Lord Upendra, Indra worshipping Lord Upendra, he still thinks that why should I stay here? I should go to some other place, right? Something is higher than this also. He again chants his mantra, and by performing those mantra chanting, he moves further. He moves to Maharloka. Right? Who resides in Maharloka? So Bhrigu Rishi and the sages are residing in Maharloka, right? And what they were doing, he observed that the opulences were much higher than what Indra has in Swargaloka. But still, what Bhrigu Rishi and other sages were doing, they were worshipping Yagya Bhagwan. There's another form of Lord Krishna as Yagya. So they were worshipping Yagya Bhagwan. He still was not convinced and he didn't stay there. He again chants, and after chanting, he moves further from Maharloka to Tapaloka. 4 Kumaras, Nav Yogendras, Sanat Kumar, Sanandan, etc. used to reside there. And what they were doing meditation. They were in a Dhyan Yoga. They were performing Dhyan Yoga. And what were they doing in Dhyan Yoga? Which Gop Kumar could see and he could realize that they are visualizing the form of the Lord in their heart when they are in Samadhi. So that was again something which didn't convince Gop Kumar. He continued chanting his Gopal mantra and he reached Brahmaloka. When he reached Brahmaloka, the opulences was much, much higher than what he has seen in Swarga, Maharloka and Tapaloka. Right? But there he again observed that what is Brahma doing? So Brahma was worshipping Sahasra Shirsa, Garbhodakshai Vishnu. He was worshipping Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Still, Gop Kumar was not convinced. He didn't want to stay and have those opulences, because when Brahma was praying Garbhodakshai Vishnu, what was the relation between Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Brahma? In what rasa it was? Vatsalya ras. So in Vatsalya ras, Brahma is having his relationship with Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Right? But he was not convinced there as well. But he heard something.
He heard that whenever a person is getting liberated, even he is getting glorified in Brahmaloka. So if somebody gets liberated, he is not going to stay in this 14 universes, right? He moves away from these 14 universes, and he sees that even in Brahmaloka, whenever any soul leaves and he gets liberated, he is being praised. People glorify such souls, and then he decides, no, this is also not a place for me. But to move to a liberated, to a place where he has to cross this, it is defined in Shastras that what it looks like, it's like coconut. So the inner part of the coconut, which has water, is the ocean, Garbhodakshai ocean, wherein Garbhodakshai Vishnu is resting, right? And through the and Brahma and the four lokas are there in the stem of that lotus coming from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Beyond that, there is a hard layer, and this is not only a single layer. It has 8 different layers. And these 8 different layers, Shastras define that how big, how broad they are. So the diameter of the inner layer is said to be 500 koti yojana. And every single layer after that spans by 10 times of its previous one. So that those 8 layers are then expanding in that fashion. What these 8 layers are. So these 8 layers are, the first layer is earth, then comes fire, air, water, ether, then ego, Mahatattva, and Prakriti or Pradhan. So these are the 8 layers, right? So he moves up from Brahmaloka and he reaches to the layer of earth. When he reaches to the layer of earth, what he sees there? He sees there is a much more happiness and opulences in comparison to what Brahmaloka has. And there, Varahadev is being worshipped by earth. So this boar incarnation, which is Varahadev, is being worshipped on the earth layer of this world, spiritual world, which you can say. He didn't get convinced there as well, and he chants his mantra and moves further. He moves to then another layer, which is a water layer. So the diameter of this layer was like earlier was 500, earth layer was even more, 5,000, and now 50,000 koti yojana was the dimension of the water layer. Here, water is worshipping Matsya avatar. Lord is residing as Matsya in his Matsya incarnation in that layer. So that is where Matsya avatar resides. So every layer, whichever he is crossing, was much opulent, more happiness, more fulfillment. But still, Gop Kumar was not getting convinced. He was not getting satisfaction. He kept moving forward. He moved to the next stage, which is fire. And there, fire worships sun. So Suryadev was residing in this layer of it. Another comes air, where Lord was residing in the form of Pradyumna and he was worshipped in the form of Pradyumna. And then came the ether layer, where he was worshipped as Aniruddha. The next layer was ego. And in ego, Lord resides as Sankarshan, where he is worshipped as Sankarshan incarnation. Then comes Mahattatva, where Vasudev, Lord, in form of Vasudev incarnations, he stays there. And then comes the 8th layer, which is called the Prakriti layer, right? Or a Pradhan layer. Shastras explain that Shri Mohini Murti Prakrishta Rupini Nij Ishwarasya Vibrajya Manasya. This is the place where Lord in his Mohini Murti incarnation resides. So Prakriti Devi's Adhisthatri Devi is what? Mohini Murti. So Prakriti Devi is worshipping Mohini Murti. So this is the layer where Mohini Murti resides. At this place also, we see that Gop Kumar was not convinced. Prakriti Devi tries a lot. She gives all the opulences and all the siddhis, Anima Adi, Anima, Lagima, and all the type of 8 siddhis. She gives all the siddhis to Gopakumar and wanted Gopakumar to stay there. But Gopakumar didn't stay there. He moves further, and to cut short, he moves to a nirvana stage where after that Shiva Lok comes, then comes Vaikuntha Lok, and finally he reaches Goloka Vrindavan, where he meets Lord Krishna as his friend, right? A Sakhya Bhav, he gets associated there. And that's how Brihad Bhagavatam explains the journey of Gopakumar. But this Brihad Bhagavatam also brings about where does Mohini Murti resides, right? So we see that how is Mohini Murti residing at various places, and what is she performing? What type of activities has been performed by Mohini Murti? In Chaitanya Charitamrita also we see that Lord Chaitanya performs his different leelas in which he shows Mohini Murti Swarupa to his inner circle of devotees. And there, when they see this form of what do you call Mohini Murti, they again gets bewildered. But knowing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is himself the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they bow down and they pay obeisances, and they got bewildered by the beauty of Mohini Murti. In the scriptures, there comes another pastime about Mohini Murti in which when all the people were bewildered by the beauty of Mohini Murti, this is spread even in Goloka Vrindavan. Even it reaches to Radharani that Lord has attained the form of Mohini Murti, and it is so beautiful that it has bewildered everyone. So Radharani also gets excited, and she insists Lord Krishna to show that Mohini Murti form to Radharani. Lord Krishna says, no, it is not for you. Obviously, he didn't want it to show that incarnation or in that form to Radharani. But Radharani insists Lord Krishna, and he was forced to show this Mohini Murti form. Can somebody tell what must have happened when Radharani must have seen that form of Mohini Murti? What would have been the expression, or what would have been the feeling of Radharani or the people around it who were seeing that form in Goloka Vrindavan?
sees herself. Okay. Any other answer?
Haribol Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Aslishya padam padratam pinastumam.
Pardon, Prabhu?
Aslishya mam padratam pinastumam. That kind of feeling they have.
Okay, good. So when Lord exhibits his Mohini Murti form in front of Radharani, he gets bewildered, even everybody else gets bewildered, because the beauty of Radharani was so higher or everly increasing than what was the beauty of Mohini Murti there. So though Mohini Murti was bewildering everybody, but when that form appeared in form of Radharani's beauty bewildered everyone, even that of Mohini Murti too. So that is the beauty of Radharani's beauty. It also overpasses the beauty which Lord can exhibit in the form of Mohini Murti. So he himself gets bewildered by the beauty of Radharani. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to stop here. If there are any questions, any comments, any guidance, so we can just take it. Excuse me for any of my mistakes or any of offenses which I might have occurred, because this is something very serious and I don't have any capability of talking about such incarnation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much for a very beautiful class, Prabhuji. There are no mistake, Prabhuji. You shared so many pastimes and it was really good, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Devotees, if anybody have any questions or realizations you'd like to share, please go ahead. Pralananand Prabhuji, please go ahead, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Very nice discourse, Prabhuji, you gave. Even after 40 years of my reading and all this, I got new information from you, and that was really very exalted.
Prabhuji, nothing
And a
of
very
my
erudite
expense.
scholarship, Prabhuji. I must congratulate you on that.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
I had some little reflection, which I was wondering that, as devotees, we should self-diagnose ourselves, whether we belong to demonic mentality or demigod. When Mother Mohini Murti came, all the demons were bewildered. They wanted favor from her. Not a demigod. Demigod is not mentioned that they got bewildered like that.
But
So
Acharyas do say, Prabhuji, that demigods also got bewildered and they were not knowing that Lord has appeared in the form of Mohini Murti. It was only at the last of it, after Rahu Ketu incidents happened, that Lord appeared in his original form and exhibited his original form, and then they could understand that who Mohini Murti was.
Right.
In this same chapter, it comes at the last only.
So what I was thinking was that, if I see a beautiful woman, all right, although I'm 72, all right, what is my self-diagnosis? Am I attracted with lust or matruvat pardarisu? Am I diagnosing where I'm standing? Right? So if I am in the sattva gun and if I am favored by guru and parampara like that, then I would suddenly realize that, they nari sanbandha nabi desam darsvamaga moha visham. Sankaracharya Maharaj says like that. So that's where one can self-diagnose and see. And if I'm bewildered by lust, then I must follow Bhagavan Krishna's teaching how to conquer lust, which starts with senses and like that. So this, because Bhagavatam also says, Kim vidyaya kim tapsa kim gnatena srutena va. Kim viviktena maunena stribhir yasya manorutta. If we are bewildered by the beauty of a woman, that means that we are not on the right path, and that's we should self-diagnose and kind of correct it. That's what my realization is from this project. Thank you very much again for very erudite scholarship. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Pralananand Prabhuji. Devotees, please raise your hand if you Sukkar Krishna Prabhu, please go ahead, Prabhuji. Please unmute yourself, Prabhuji. Sukkar Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, my video is not working, Ajit Prabhu.
Yes.
So I have a question. Even after practicing Krishna consciousness, if somebody is alone with a very beautiful girl, lady, if she comes, knows about Mohini Murti, knows about everything, but why, even as a devotee also practicing, though not pure devotee, why they fall in front of the lady? Why they are not able to control? Can you just tell that what is the only way to get out of this Maya?
Prabhuji, even Prabhupada says that it is quite natural that this is quite natural, because in this material world, our existence is because of that bewilderment only. We have come to this earth just because of this nature of ours of sense gratification, sex, enjoyment. This is the reason of our existence. Prabhupada says very clearly, when one of the devotee asks Prabhupada, and he tells that, Prabhupada, I am not influenced, or I don't get disturbed when I see a beautiful lady. Then Prabhupada says, just check if you are at the right place, or you are in a right stage, because this is quite unnatural. This doesn't happen so. This clearly indicates that being in this situation. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Please go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah. So being in that situation is absolutely normal. But the important thing which we need to understand is that how we can be away from this, or how we can save ourselves from this bewilderment. Prabhupada says especially, and he quotes also, that we should not be meeting anybody, any female, right, or opposite sex person in loneliness, right? Even if it is she's your mother or even a sister. So if Prabhupada talks about that, and then see how serious is this. It is only in the association of devotees we can make sure that we are safe. Otherwise, in this material world, it is very, very difficult. We see so many examples in Srimad Bhagavatam where the bewilderment happens. So even after so many performing so many austerities, penances, if sages like Sarabhi Muni or Vishwamitra, they can get bewildered, what to talk of ourselves? But at the same time, we can see from the example of Haridas Thakur, right? So,
Prabhu, how
example of
actually Brahmaji got bewildered with his own daughter.
Yes, daughter.
And
Exactly.
Shiva got bewildered with
Bewildered by
Mohini
Mohini Murti. Yes.
So then it's very difficult in this world to get out of this, because
But at the same time, there's
desire
another
is there,
example of
at the
Haridas
same time we
Thakur
know
also,
it is wrong.
Prabhuji. We do quote the examples which are really like Vishwamitra or Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma. But at the same time, we see the example of Haridas Thakur. So this clearly tells the potency of Harinam, the faith you have in Harinam. If you are chanting with attentiveness, if you are chanting with full faith in the Lord, that is the only savior which can help us from getting bewildered. Otherwise, it's not easy. It is not possible. Mataji, Janvi, Mataji, you have written, not even your mother. Could you clarify this, Prabhu? So this is a, I don't remember the sloka right now, but I can certainly send it, which talks about that even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that even by seeing a wooden model of a female, his mind gets bewildered, it gets disturbed. If an authority like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that, what to talk of any other being? And that's why Prabhupada explains there that even if you are alone with your mother or even sister, right? You never know how you can get bewildered. You don't have the control on your mind. So that is the situation. That is the situation which we are in. We actually don't understand. So Janvi Mata, when I'm talking about like you being with your mother, certainly will not do, because female to female will not have that thing. But a father meeting a daughter meeting a father, similarly a son meeting mother, son meeting his sister or something like that, certainly is very, very dangerous. You never know when can your feelings get damaged. It's not about doing something. It's even the thought which can come to your mind, which can pollute you, which can bewilder you, which can take you away from your Krishna consciousness. Right? So it is so dangerous. And that's why Prabhupada advised very clearly that you should not meet any female, right, alone at any place. If you have to meet even your close acquaintances, you should meet them in association of any other devotee.
But Prabhu, with mother, nobody will get lust, Prabhu. With mother, how can one get lust to
There are many
have
examples,
sex, no?
Prabhu. There are many examples. Even day before yesterday, I read a message in which a son has had a sex with his mother. He raped his mother. Day before yesterday, I read this message.
That is, you would have drunk and you would have got
whatever, Prabhu. It is not about. It is not about what situation you are in, but this is the situation. This is the pathetic condition we are in. That's the situation of our internal. Obviously he must not be a Krishna conscious person. I agree on that. He is not a person who is having the moral values. Obviously that person can only do such things. But this is what is a practical thing which happens.
But actually in America, I heard one person who lost his wife and his daughter was 18 or 20-year-old, and he told, I'm a rich person. If I give you marriage for somebody, then my properties will go to someone. So let us marry so that property will be
the
with us.
property
And
remains.
they married. They got 3 children in America. So
Yes.
that I read it happened.
But the example which I'm talking about is of India, not of any other country. I'm talking about India only. I think it's about Rajasthan or Gujarat, somewhere like that. So it's really, really scary.
Well, very dangerous. But this world is really miserable,
very,
material, but
no
it's very, very correct, Prabhu.
But if we are chanting, if we are following the norms, certainly it is a bigger savior. It's a big savior for all of us. Yes, sure, Prabhuji. Please add. Vaikuntapati Prabhu, please add.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhu, very interesting
Hare Krishna,
subject
Prabhu.
matter.
Thank you.
And also a very interesting question and interesting answer, everything. So here, in fact, if you take Quran says that, it gives very specific instructions that you shall not sleep with your mother, you shall not sleep with your daughter. That says that. So in the explanation, in one of the lectures of one of the Maharajas I've heard, says that, to that, I think it is Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj, his lecture only somewhere long time back I've heard. He says that if Quran has to come out with such an instruction in that, it means that in Kali Yuga these things are possible. It says,
Exactly.
So because these things are possible in Kali Yuga, that is why, and the people are so fallen, that's why the moment the Prophet had to give such an instruction, saying that basic instruction, very what do you call that, very low level thinking persons, that they can think in terms of sleeping with their mother. So such things are possible in Kali Yuga. That's one thing said. Having said this, we also need to know that a sannyasi who is there, he is allowed to go and meet his mother at any time and pay pranams to his mother. In fact, he is allowed to pay pranams only to his mother and to gurus and others, but otherwise is not allowed. So in the case of a sannyasi, he goes and he meets his mother, he can spend his time with his mother, and he can also pay pranams to her, and she feeds him with a love and affection because he's meeting her after quite a gap of time, So just to add to your point and to just to clarify Krishna Prabhu's point, yes, these things can happen in Kali Yuga, and that is the reason why in Quran this has been specifically given as an instruction. So there is a possibility. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, just
can you
found
just
out.
imagine you will have sex with your own daughter? It's totally not possible at all, Prabhu. Can you just go and just tell your daughter that I want to have sex with? Totally, it's not correct, not possible, Prabhu. How one father will have sex with the daughter, Prabhu? It's totally impossible.
Prabhuji, this is coming from Chaitanya Chaitanya. I'm just sharing one thing. I'll show you right now. I got this. So see, it is not something which is not there in the Shastra. See, this is a shloka of Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyas 2.119. Matra swashara duhitrava na vivekta shano bhavet balavan indriya gramo vidvamsam api karshati. One should not sit closely with one's mother, sister, or daughter, for the senses are so strong that they may attract even a person advanced in knowledge. This is coming from Manu Samhita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.19.17. Just found that. So good.
So difficult.
Yeah.
But I know for sure, brothers, sisters are doing well. I'll tell you one small example. Sorry to disturb all the people. I was staying in Calcutta with my father and mother, and we had 3 sons. We had 3 rooms. So one room was given own brother and sister to sleep. So whenever we have some big puja, my father will say, he's my son, let him sleep in your room. So I was around 14, 15-year-old. The night I'm just opening the eyes, seeing they're having sex with brother and sister. So I could understand now the Shastra that is correct. That if brother and sister sleep together, means they will surely have. So it is miserable material world is so dangerous, Prabhu, to go back on backward. The best thing, because anytime anyone can get trapped unless you chant so nicely that Krishna will stop you.
Perfectly fine. So it's true.
Out of the 4 religious principles, the 4th one is the biggest danger, Prabhu. Meat eating, gambling, and all this you can stop. But this one, at what time, what point it will come. So unless you are with the brahmachari in one place where.
Agree, Prabhu. It's really, really dangerous. This is a shloka coming in Srimad Bhagavatam 9.19.70. Matra swastra duhitrava. Matra, one's mother, swastra, one's sister, duhitra, with one's own daughter. What is left? What is left? If you can't meet your mother or sister or daughter. So that's how strong are our senses. It's not so that it happens with everyone or anyone, but yes, this is there in Shastras which talk about that how conscious we should be. Yes, Prabhuji. Any other?
Yeah,
Janmadi Mataji. Yeah, please. Yes.
Sudhakar Prabhu.
Yes, Sudhakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Very good lecture on this thing. I just want to clarify my understanding. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. So in Kali Yuga, so we can say this this world is like a sort of a mohini, or attraction towards the material thing. Is it something like similar to this one? Can we say?
So this is entire under bewilderment only. This formation is just because of that bewilderment. Obviously, all the 14 universes come with that bewilderment itself.
My connection went off, sorry. No
problem, Prabhuji. So you're right. Not only this, but this Bhulok where we are in, It's all 14 lokas which are part of
Yeah,
this universe.
Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, anywhere.
Yes, everything. It's full of bewilderment.
But in Swargaloka, they told that 12,000 years you will live and you will never become old and no disease, birth and death. Till that time, you will be stuck with all this drinking and alcohol and with all these ladies and apsaras. And then after that, damn, you come back to the material world.
Yes, as soon as your punyas
over
end, you will come down.
Okay, Prabhuji, sorry to
Yeah.
maybe my question. Okay, understood. Yes, this is common in all these 14 lokas, which is all the material world, right? My understanding. Okay. I have this question, but I don't know how to put. Then,
No
if
problem,
this is
Prabhuji,
the
please.
case, I mean, a soul, why it landed into this world? I mean, if we are originally suppose, just I'll put the question there. If the soul was originally part in the Golok or whatever the Vaikunt,
good
which
question.
is there, we are not supposed to be bewildered. So
Hmm.
how you just mentioned that because we got bewildered by our ego, that and that what you call the Prakriti or Mahatattva, so we landed up into this lower planets or lower world, right? So I was trying to know why or what was the reason from the originally we are all part and parcel of the God, or the you can say the I know God has infinite. We all are part of God energy. All these things is God energy. Maybe the souls in this material is lower energy. Maybe the souls in the Golok or other Vaikunt are in the higher energy. So what is that thing? I'm not able to understand why we have come from that higher energy where we are supposed to be free
Wonderful
from all
question.
these bewilderments. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know. Somebody was saying. You
Yeah,
understand my question, Prabhu?
Shukar Prabhu was saying that. So, many devotees ask this question, and there are different answers which come across. But Prabhupada says very clearly, you need to understand that you had your ego, because of which you wanted to enjoy, and that's why Lord gave you that opportunity to come to this material world. He created that because of the compassion which he is having for all of us, right? It is because of his compassion he took so much of pain. If you go through the entire creation history which is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, why has he created all this? He has created just because we wanted to enjoy, and because of that he took all this pain to create this entire universe, what is called, right? Unlimited universes for unlimited beings who had this feeling of enjoying. So there's a relationship, there's a feeling, and Lord being compassionate, he is not stopping you from having those feelings, and because of those feelings you are here, right? But when you are here and you face the challenges of this material world, obviously you will not have the desire again to have the same feeling, and then because you will go back only you are free of your desires and you are fully surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You have a desire to serve and not to enjoy, right? Till such time you are here. And this is a learning ground for all of us to understand that what is the real nature. Jivera Nitya Swarupa Hai, Krishna Nitya Das. Right? That is our true identity. But because we have forgotten it, we wanted to enjoy. Lord has taken this much of pain to build this entire creation for us. It is because of his compassion. He is making us understand the real, he wants us to understand our real identity, which we forget. And once we understand and we go back, we'll certainly not come back. Hope I could answer a part of it, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, is it that all of us have come down? First we were all trees and plants and like that. Only after 800,000, that is 80 lakh, then only this material, we got the human
84.
body like that, or
84 lakh
depend
species,
on the
right?
depend on the
So
ego level, you will be given which birth, like that.
Okay, Prabhuji. See, it is not so that everybody has to go through those 84 lakh species. But yes, that's a cycle and nobody knows about it, that have you gone through that or not. But at the same time, the scriptures say that you can come to a human birth by the mercy of any devotee, right? Or because it is just because of association which you get by the mercy of any devotee that your consciousness gets developed and you get into a human form. So it is not so that you have to go through those 84 lakh species every time. Once you enter into any, for example, if one says that if I die and enter into any animal form, then do I have to go through those 84 lakh species? Not necessarily. We see from the examples also, Bharat Maharaj, right? He moved into an animal species when he became a deer, but then in the next birth, because of the association, because of the prasadam and everything, he again got birth as Jad Bharat. So it's not that he is going through those many species. It's all about the association. It's all about. So, for example, it's a crude example, but this is how I am trying to just bring it. For example, so this is not to be done, please. Very sorry, but I'm just bringing this. For example, if you are having a pet in your house, right? And you are having prasadam and you are serving prasadam to him. If you are doing kirtan, if he is hearing kirtan to him, in your house, there will be an impact. And it may happen that that animal may get birth in any devotee family or in any human birth in the next birth. So that is very much possible. But yes, it is only possible by the mercy of any devotee, any living being who can just help you
But
out
it's
there.
danger to have a pet in the house, Prabhu. You may also become
Obviously,
a dog.
that's why
You're
I
so
said
attached
it's
to the
not to be
dog, you
done.
may become a
Prabhupada
dog next life.
always restricted because that develops an attachment. So obviously, one should not do that. But we still see that in even household devotees, I have seen people having pets. That's a different thing.
That
But
Prabhupada
yes,
never encouraged, Prabhu, to have
yes,
dogs and
Prabhupada
not
never
dogs.
encouraged. Prabhupada always discouraged having pets in our houses. So there are two people. Pralanand Das Prabhuji is there, and then Jano Mataji is there. If you can take the questions there.
We have
Prabhi,
time, Prabhu.
okay, go ahead.
Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I was just wondering, Bhagavatam says, Loke vyavai amis madhya seva nitya hi jantur tatra chodana. This is what he says, all right? So as a spirit soul, we are all inbuilt with this vyavai, the sex desire, the lust, amis, meat eating, and madhya seva, intoxication. These are inbuilt in everyone. My question is, that as male, we get attracted to the female. How about the other way? Because I practiced 30 years of gynec, all right? And I came across 3 women, all right, in 30 years of practice, that these women are equally kind of attracted to the opposite sex.
Yes, true. True. You are absolutely right. So see, it all depends on, it's not about whether we are a male or a female, because actually we all are female and there's only one Purusha, Lord Krishna. So we are all female in one way or the other. But at the same time, if we consider as a male or female, so it depends from place to place, right? Region. If you see the desire of sex in ladies in Indian region, with comparison to somebody in African region, somebody to in American region, so they have a different culture, they have a different upbringing, and they have different desires. So it is equally similar. There are lots of restrictions in India. Now people are getting more and more advanced. So their dresses, their way of talking, use of smartphones, multimedia, social media, and everything. So the times are changing. People behaviors are changing. People feelings are changing.
So that's how. But in earlier days, we all know in India that we had lots of restrictions. Girls were not asked to go alone or even leave their houses without their brother, father, or somebody. They were kept in protection. They were not privy to external world. So that's how those restrictions were there, and they were following that culture. They were studying shastras, but nowadays this is not there. This is diminishing day by day, even in India. So people are changing, atmosphere is changing, and so we see everywhere. So it is not restricted to male only or female only. It's with every one of us.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. That's so
Thank you,
nice. Thank you. Grateful, Prabhuji. Haribol.
Haribol. Yes, Mataji.
Janava Mataji, I think.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Vardhana Mataji, I'm giving you host. I have to leave, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, that's fine, Mataji. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Mataji, can I speak now or?
Yes, Janva Mataji, please go ahead,
Okay.
Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Dandavat Pranam. I offer my obeisances to you for such a wonderful description and visual of all the realms. So I'm very utterly grateful to you today. Prabhu, in relation to what you were saying about the dogs, I guess the theme of my question is about attachment, because I'm thinking attachment is attachment. So you said that Prabhupada discouraged it, but having an impact to the dog when you're giving arti, because I do that to the dogs right after temple worship. So my question to you, Prabhu, is if that is not prescribed, so to speak, because of the attachment, then what of human relationship? What of parents and children? What of fathers and mothers, especially mothers in this role sometimes in this world, in this dimension? There's such an extreme entanglement, sometimes even like such karmic bond, because the position of mother is, I feel like, it's the most difficult to let go of that severe attachment to their children and whatnot. So is that attachment better because that is of a mother and that is of a human life, and the attachment to a dog that has like motherly instinct is less than, or all attachment are all the same? Because is it just the goal of the soul when we're on here? It's like, oh, it's better to be a human so that we could be a Tata Brahma Jinyasa, right? Because dog won't have that quality. Sometimes I get tormented by this because sometimes I feel like dogs behave better than humans. And I feel like I want to give my dog a chance. And I don't know. So sometimes I also observe dogs and animals, and I feel like some dogs have a higher consciousness than other creatures. Like I observe a lot of things. And so I guess my question to you, Prabhu, is each creature will have some kind of attachment on this planet, right? So is our attachment so much better than the animals? Because I feel like our attachment do so much more damage on this planet. I guess if you could explain that, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the opportunity,
Mataji,
Prabhu.
wonderful question. And Bhagavad Gita says that chapter 8, I'm just narrating shloka 6, which calls of yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajante kalevaram tam tamaiveti kaunteya sada tad bhavavita. Says that whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So it's whether it is attachment with anybody, whether it is your son, daughter, husband, your boss, your pet, or anybody, it's an attachment which may lead to, it's not sure that you are going to remember that at the time of death, but certainly more you attach to anything, obviously you will recall that thing at the end of your life, at that painful moment of your life. Obviously you want your people whom you attach to be with you at any time when you are in problem or you need any help, right? So and it is not only about death, right? Even in a normal situation, we see that if we have any illness or something, whom do we call at that time? Whom are we dependent on?
Mother.
It can be anybody. It can be anybody. It can be mother, father, brother, sister, whom you are attached to. You call that. You need that support, right? Taking support, having dependency, nothing is bad in it. But you have a higher goal in front of you. And what is that higher goal? To have faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To have a faith in the Super Soul. If you will not practice that, if you will not have your dependency on that authority, obviously at the time of death, you will not be able to recall or to call Lord for help. You will still be depending on the people around you. You are in an entangled stage. So whether it is a pet, whether it is anybody, that Shastra is very, very clearly saying. And Lord is not only saying that, he says that if you remember me, you are going to come back to me also. Antkale cha mame vismaran muktava kalevaram ya prayati sa mad bhavam yati
8.5.
nastayata sansaya. 8.5. Right? If you are remembering me, you will come back to me. He's assuring that. There is no doubt. Yati nasti atra sansaya. There is no doubt in that. So it is very, very clear that how to remember. Yes, that's a good question. So the more we associate with devotees, the more we chant, the more we hear Krishna Katha, the more we do Kirtan, the more we engage ourselves in these activities, obviously you will remember them. It is all about understanding your sambandha. Without sambandha gyan, there's no possibility. If you don't have a relationship, you have to establish that relationship. You have a relationship with your son, with your father, with your mother, with your brother, with your pet. But what if you don't have a relation with the Supreme Personality of Godhead? We know that He's God, but what is the type of relationship which you're having with Him? Without sambandha gyan,
Right.
there is no abhideya.
Right.
Right. So we have to establish.
But how to get that sambandh again convert into remembering at the time of death with sadhu sangha?
Obviously, that is the only thing. That is the only thing. See, sadhu sangha doesn't just means that you have to be with devotees. Even if you are with Prabhupada books, even you're hearing Prabhupada lectures, you're hearing Guru Maharaj's lecture, you are having sadhu sangha. So many people can say that I am living at a place where there are devotees all spread and I don't get the association, or I cannot travel because of my physical situation or physical condition. That can also be a situation. But that doesn't mean that you are not having devotee association. You can have devotee association in form of shastras, in form of lectures, so the technology is helping you as well. You can have video calls with them. You can, if you cannot go, you can have a video call, you can have an audio call, there's a WhatsApp, whatnot. But at the same time, these are also cause of your problem, because once you have your smartphone, it is more smart than you nowadays. It knows what you want to see. Everything is AI governed. Artificial intelligence is governing everything. They know your history, they know what you want to look, and they just start guiding you or taking you according to their own way. So it is we have to be very, very cautious, and we should understand why is it said so. It is not because Prabhupada never said don't be compassionate with any pet. He always said, yes, if you see any animal, just offer prasadam. What's the problem there?
Prabhu, when you are seeing Bhagavatam, suddenly how Amitabh Bachchan and Rekha had, that comes, and you know that you should not, but you just feel like seeing what? So how to stop that?
Yes, Prabhuji, that will always be there. That will always be there till your consciousness is purified enough. And that is what we have to practice. The only thing is practice. Our existence is based on this, our sense gratification. And what we are talking about is that we should not have any sense gratification. So you have a layered sense gratification. You never know how many millions of birth with those sense gratifications you are there.
Prabhu?
Yes, mother.
Can I also ask you to clarify the desire that you were talking about earlier, that you said Lord Krishna basically was so compassionate that he facilitates all this creation for us so that we can express our desires. And um so if I'm I mean, it kind of makes me cry a little bit actually. She's so merciful. But we have, so obviously we can't get rid of desire. We just have to use it in a better form towards the service of the Lord. Um, is that why we get so stuck here? Because you mentioned something, that the fact that we go here as well is basically a part of our desire. We're not done being the sense of joy. Is that also the reason why we keep coming back here? Because we cannot completely get rid of, there's still a part of us that still wants to enjoy. So only when we're purely our heart is cleansed and free of desire from enjoying this plane, do we and want to be of service to Lord Krishna, only then can we go back to Godhead. Is that correct, Prabhu?
So, Mataji, first of all, we can never be desireless.
Right.
And we should never ever try to be desireless. We should never think that we should have no desire, this is not possible. That is the first thing which Prabhupada says, that it is not possible that you can be desireless. You will have desires. The only thing what we have to do is mold our desire towards Krishna. So once you start doing that, you will automatically feel that relishment. For example, if you get friendly with Prime Minister or President of your country, don't you think that you will also be getting those facilities, those benefits which he is having?
Yes.
So if you are associating yourself with Lord, how can you think that he will not be taking care of your needs?
Yeah.
The only challenge is that we don't have faith in Lord. We still have faith in us or people around us. We don't have faith in Lord. Despite of so much hearing, despite of so much chanting, despite of so much of association. And that, like Prabhuji said, that we need to introspect, and this is to introspected daily, every moment.
But very tough, Prabhu, very tough.
Yes, it is tough. That is tough. So we say bhakti is easy, very simple, but every simple thing is tough to do.
Right.
But once you start doing it, be sure that you will get through that easily. That's how it happens. There's a pastime which comes like Lord narrates that how Krishna takes care of you. So there is this is a different analogy I am talking about, and it is coming from the Ras Leela. So, every gopi thinks that Lord is with him, right? And Lord is expanding himself in Ras Leela to be with all the gopis. And at once he disappears, right? At once he disappears from there. What's the reason of his disappearance?
They were attached.
No.
I thought he went with Radharani.
Why Lord disappears? Gopis were attached. What's the problem? Lord is not attached to any gopi, right? But why Lord disappears?
They were having false ego that Lord is theirs only. They were little false ego.
Ego. Right. So Lord wants them to realize. And because of that, when he disappears from there, even I've heard Acharya saying that These gopis are very, very intelligent. They knew how to even trace Krishna and understand where is he by even just seeing his footsteps. So if Krishna is moving, they can see that he is with Radharani or not. And if he is with Radharani, till what stage Radharani has walked with him, and when he has picked Radharani in his lap. When is Radharani plucking the flower? So by just seeing the footsteps, that's how the intelligence of those gopis are. Right? But the point is that Krishna wants to see the intensity of their love and dependence towards him.
Selfless love.
It's a selfless love. Right? So that's how we have to build a relationship with Krishna. And once we are there, we will be tested, and obviously those relationships will come. So it's not so that it can happen with those gopis only. It's all if we have faith, if we really aspire for it, if we try for it. And it happens. I'm telling you, when you, this is my personal realization, I can tell you. Maybe I don't know whether if you all have or you somebody might have. When we have started bhakti, when we have joined ISKCON, do you feel that there's a difference in the seriousness which you had at the time when you joined versus with what we are having right now?
Yes.
The chanting, with the intensity of the chanting when we joined, when we did our first round, second round, fourth round, and when we tried reaching 16 rounds. What was the intensity of chanting? Is that same intensity exists right now? Or are we chanting with same attentiveness? And at that day, at those times, I had realization that I had different types of realizations, feelings at that moment where I can realize that yes, God exists. But as when we come into a process, we gradually become what do you call it, complacent. So it is because of our complacency, our own reasonings. And that's why it's very important. See, many times it is true, and I have seen that. Normally we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is what we are talking about. But I'm telling you, more important than this is to keep on reading small books of Prabhupada.
Yes.
The more we read these small books of Prabhupada, you will stick to those roots. Though it is the same which is coming from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. But still, when you get those in precise, very precise forms in those books, specific questions, specific, like perfect questions, perfect answers, right? Or any other book, whatever you got, then it immediately sends something in your mind. It impacts you heavily. So it's very important that we don't lose those roots and stick to that. Hare Krishna. Hope, Mataji, I could answer your question. And
Yes, Prabhu, thank you so much for answering my question and for inspiring me to be more resolved and faithful. Thank you so much for your association, Prabhu. I appreciate you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, wonderful class. How we are doing such wonderful thing. I'll tell Shamagari Mataji to call you again.
Prabhuji.
And also I'll tell Preeti Valas
Hare
Mataji to
Prabhuji,
call you for Chaitanya Bhagavad because you're good in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhuji,
Balaji
Ajit
is
Prabhu, yeah, Bala Prabhu is one question,
If we
Prabhu.
can take this last question and then I think we should.
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, Bala Prabhu, please go ahead, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. I appreciate you allowing me to ask you a question. Thank you very much. So, my understanding is when you were going into for example, your senses getting away from Krishna's, which is normally happens, right? And you would bring them back, right? You recognize and bring them back. Just like 626 Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna talks about wherever the senses goes, bring them back, right?
Bring them back.
So
Yeah.
is there any other Sanskrit references along that, and practically I can catch my senses and realize that they're going wild and bring them back to Bhagavan Shri Krishna, and practically, give me some
understanding.
So Prabhuji, there are many such shlokas. Even in Bhagavad Gita, you'll find them. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, I can send you different quotes. See, the point is, bringing back your mind is a problem when we think about our mind. We try to catch our mind. That's our problem. That's how our mind is bewildering us. Again, coming with the same word, right? So that's how our mind cheats us. And also, what our mind makes us feel is that no, we are not doing our sadhana properly. We are not doing things right. I am a fallen soul. I cannot do this. This will not happen. I am the most fallen one. See other devotees. All this feeling comes, right? This is how mind cheats us. But I'm telling you, if you all know Vraj Vihari Prabhu is a Brahmachari disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj.
Yeah.
I heard one of his lecture, and it was really great, which helped me a lot. I'll take 2-3 examples from different places to help all of us. See, one thing is sure, and it's for each and every entity on this earth, whether he's a devotee, non-devotee, animal, tree, Krishna loves each and every one of us unconditionally.
Yes.
So that is the first thing which we should remember. Whether we are serving, not serving, we are doing our duties, we are chanting, we are not chanting, anything. Krishna loves us unconditionally.
Yes.
Another thing which is very important is that if Krishna loves us unconditionally, what is our duty now? That we should say or pray to Krishna or tell to Krishna. We should try to talk to him. We should try to establish a relationship with him, right? And say that however I am, in whatever condition I am, whatever pathetic situation I am yours.
Yes.
Just reciprocate. Just reciprocate. While you are chanting, have this feeling, yes, this is the only thing. Krishna, I am yours, irrespective of whatever it is. I am yours. Please accept me in whatever condition I am. When you will chant with such feeling and you will start talking to him, right? You have to talk to Krishna. Krishna wants us to talk to him. The problem is that we are not talking to him. He is waiting for us to talk to him. We have to talk to him. Stand in front of your deities, stand in front of your pictures, your whatever is there, right? Talk to him. I did this wrong, I did this right, I love you, I care for you, I want to pray you, I want to do this for you, I have done this mistake, whatever. Say any damn thing. Krishna is there to listen you. The challenge is we don't feel him as a person and we don't communicate with him. He just wants us to communicate. If you start communicating, you will feel that your chanting has improved. Very first thing. You will be able to do a nice chanting as soon as you start communicating. Our problem is that we don't treat him like our friend, like our father, like our mother, whatever relation you want to establish with him. Krishna is looking for that relationship. So he is having an unconditional love for us, and he wants that whichever form we are in, we should start reciprocating. We should start telling him. So when you will do that, you will have that, you'll develop that relationship. That's one thing. Another
Protection.
very important, another very striking thing which I heard in one of the lectures here in my temple in ISKCON Faridabad, where the very young aged brahmachari devotee was there, and he was just chanting, talking about importance of Harinam. And then he said that at least we should, while we are chanting, we should try to think that we should give respect to Lord Krishna. Right? And that struck me very nicely. See, when many times, I don't know, I am really in a pathetic situation. So I need your blessings and prayers for me. Whenever, in many times, whenever I'm chanting, I sometimes sit on a sofa set. I sometimes even lie down on bed and chant, or it's not so that I just sit for 16 rounds at one place and just chanting. No, it's not only mind, it's even body scattered here and there, right? Is this what I am needed, I should do? Am I paying respect to Krishna?
Super point.
Forget of how I'm chanting. Am I paying respect to him? Because I don't feel that he is there, right? So we should develop a feeling for Krishna. We should start communicating to Krishna. If we start doing these small things, we'll not feel as if we are not doing our sadhana properly, or we are the fallen one, or Krishna is not taking care of us. No. Krishna doesn't need us anything from us. He just needs us. Okay, another thing, and this is also something which struck me. Can we give anything to Krishna? Certainly not. We are getting everything from Krishna. Any damn thing which we have is just because of the Lord has given it to us.
He is Atmaram.
Right. But we do have something which we should give to Krishna. And what is that? The most precious thing in our life is what? What is the most precious thing?
Our heart, our love.
Or time.
Heart, love, wo to pata nahi, Prabhu, when we'll be able to give. Time.
Time.
Everybody has time. Nobody can say that I am poor, I am rich. Any damn person in this universe has time. You don't need money for it. You don't need clothes for it. You don't need any house for it. Everybody has time. There's something which everyone has. Let's start giving some time to Krishna. If we are giving that, you'll find a tremendous change in yourself. Automatically, you are establishing a relationship with Krishna. This is what is needed. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about you all, I'm talking about myself. Certainly, I am lacking to the hell of it.
So 2 hours completely for him, completely dedicated like that.
Anything, not even 2 hours. If we are saying 10 minutes, let's be with Krishna for 10 minutes. Just try it today for 10 minutes and see if you are with Krishna. Go in a park and walk with Krishna. Just go in a park and walk with Krishna. You cannot see Krishna, but he will be with you if you want him to be with you, if you are giving that time to him. Come on, Krishna, let's walk today. I'll talk to you. Just start talking to Krishna, start giving him whatever. This is all like how we have to establish our relationship. This is the only thing which we have to do. Processes are there. We will automatically be in a condition where we'll be able to follow all this.
Superb answer, Prabhu.
Sorry,
Superb.
Prabhu.
Very nice.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I took a lot of time. I don't know. I might have overstepped something said, which might have I should not say.
Everything is all
Really.
Krishna's. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very patiently you answered each and every question, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Need your prayers, Matajis and Prabhujis. Just bless
Yeah.
me, just pray so that
Thank you,
whatever
Prabhuji.
I'm saying, at least I could
Thank
follow
you
that
so much
also.
for a very valuable time, Prabhu. Thank you to Sukhkar Krishna Prabhu to introducing Ajit Prabhu to our Bhakti Sangha.
He is my dearest younger brother, but he is my guru. I like him
all your
so much.
blessings because of which I
Yeah.
am.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you. Please come oftenly, Prabhu. We are very grateful to you. And we look
Hari
forward for
bol.
your
Thank you.
association.
Thank you.
Let
Thank
us
you,
pay
Prabhuji.
obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Vasundevacha
kripasindhuvaiva
patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo
namo
namah.
namah.
Tra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Sadish Garg Prabhu ki jai.
Jai
Hare Krishna.
Ho!
Hare Hare Bol.
Radhe Radhe.
Hare Krishna.
Gauranga,
Radhe
Nityananda,
Radhe.
Hare Hare.
Nityananda,
Radhe
Gauranga.
Radhe.
Let
Jai
us
Jai
end
Shri
the call
Radhesha,
here.
Madhapur Vrindavan
We'll
Dham.
meet again tomorrow.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Govardhan
Prabhuji.
Giri
Thank
Hari
you.